And welcome back. We show you the second leg of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's whirlwind tour in the Indo-Pacific. He is currently in Papua New Guinea in Port Moresby. And there, as always, wherever he goes, the Indian diaspora is there to welcome him. Those visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Modi interacting with the Indian diaspora in Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. Remember, he got a grand welcome from the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, James Marape, who even touched his feet as a mark of respect. James Marape touched the Prime Minister's feet because Prime Minister Modi, when it comes to the FIPIC, which is the Forum for Indo-Pacific Islands Cooperation, he is the man who started the entire thing. Remember, it was FIPIC was launched during his visit to Fiji all the way back in 2014 when he became Prime Minister. And over there is the personal connect of Prime Minister Modi, something he leverages as a representative, as the top representative of our country. He leverages this brand wherever he goes. And there you can see the Indian diaspora showing him all the love and support as he expands the Naya Bharat agenda in Papua New Guinea. Siddhant continues to be with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, these visuals are always there whenever Prime Minister Modi goes abroad. The Indian diaspora coming out in huge numbers to honor his contribution to what he has done to the country over the last 9 years when it comes to expanding the Naya Bharat agenda. Prime Minister Modi becoming a global statesman who is getting such recognition for his foreign policy and his agenda within the country. And this love is always there whenever he goes abroad. The Indian diaspora coming out in huge numbers to show their admiration for the Prime Minister. We'll try to reconnect with Siddhant over there. But those visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, Bharat Mata Ki Jai ringing in Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea as Prime Minister Modi, as always, leverages his own personal brand as he pushes the Naya Bharat agenda. I'm joined by my colleague Abhishek Jha on the phone line. Abhishek, this is always there to see whenever Prime Minister Modi goes abroad. Indian diaspora coming out in huge numbers to show their admiration for the Prime Minister. His personal brand becoming very central to India's foreign policy push, namely now in the Indo-Pacific.
Of course, Ashman, it's been almost 9 years since the Prime Minister Modi has been leading India at internationally as well. But most of the time we have seen wherever Prime Minister Modi has gone, there is always a huge diaspora who keeps awaiting for Prime Minister arrival, and he gets a very warm reception there. The exceptional greeting or exceptional welcome Prime Minister Modi has got by Prime Minister Marape in New Guinea has already been talked about. You have already mentioned that, how respectfully he does Prime Minister's feet. That also tells the kind of personal stature Prime Minister has created over the years at international platforms.
Absolutely. And, when it comes to his personal brand, Prime Minister Modi there has this particular connect with children as well, who come out with all these colorings and all these kind of presentations showing how much they respect the Prime Minister and his entire agenda when it comes to expanding the welfare net in India, all the policies which have uplifted so many people out of poverty. And at the same time, Prime Minister Modi leading the charge when it comes to expanding India's influence across the globe. Now, in this case, the Indo-Pacific. Prime Minister Modi, remember, this entire outreach to the entire globe, it starts with soft power, ladies and gentlemen, be it yoga, be it vaccine, Maitri. Prime Minister Modi has been the face of this Naya Bharat push, and now we're seeing the impact of that in Papua New Guinea in Port Moresby. Abhishek continues to be with us on the phone line. Abhishek, so as we always see the Indian diaspora coming out in huge numbers to admire, to show their admiration for Prime Minister Modi, and this also sends a message to the people of the countries that he is visiting, also to the political leadership of the countries that he's visiting, that he is someone who is so beloved in his own country and someone whose personal stature as a global statesman is central to India's power when it comes to leveraging its soft power agenda abroad.
Of course, we see, Ayushman, when Prime Minister Modi is attend this or co-chair this Indo-Pacific Islands Cooperation. This whole idea was conceived when Prime Minister had first visited Fiji in 2015, and in that year that was a huge, Prime Minister's arrival in that country, Indian Ocean, after a huge gap of almost 3 to 4 decades. Last Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had only traveled to that. So Prime Minister Modi, from the very beginning, understood the importance of countries or the small island nations in Indian Ocean, where a large base of Indian diaspora is already there. So it would help India connect with these countries at the same time for the commercial interest, for the trade interest, for the strategic and security interest. These areas or these island nations are very important, and envision and having a vision for that and then acting upon this has been Prime Minister's idea, because this forum second meeting was held in Jaipur, and it is the third meeting is now happening after a long gap. But still, in between there was a lot of global problems and this pandemic which stopped, travel of world leaders also. So with this latest edition of third forum meeting, where almost 14 island nations are going to be present, Prime Minister will underline his vision or India's vision for Indo-Pacific, for Indian Ocean countries, and how India can become the first responder in times of crisis, in times of need, or also in times of providing security support to these island nations. And this, in fact, already Prime Minister has or India has helped these small island nations transit into new and renewable energy, because in the wake of global fuel crisis, these nations were actually feeling brunt of it. And now you can see how euphoric the diaspora base in Papua New Guinea is. So there is a small number of them, but still everybody wants to have a first-hand experience of Prime Minister Modi's arrival. They want to see him, they want to greet him, they want to shake hands with him. Clearly, stature that Prime Minister has carved over his tenure of last 9 years is very much visible on our TV screen.
Absolutely. And Abhishek, when it comes to India leveraging soft power, and this is something that has been indicative of his visits since 2014, the Indian communities in other countries are very prominent communities. They are business leaders, they are people who are prominent members of the middle class abroad. To mobilize them as part of your foreign policy to expand brand India is something Prime Minister Modi has specialized when it comes to pushing India's foreign policy all over the world.
Absolutely, Ayushman. We have seen India would probably be the only country in the globe at the point of time which has kind of this economic interest globally, and it has never used this economic coercion or its political coercion for any country, for that matter, in Africa or in Latin America or any part of the world, to leverage its trade or its commerce or its security interests. Wherever India has tried to connect with the people, either there has been a huge diasporic base, or India has at least made these smaller countries feel at par with itself and has extended a kind of friendship. We know where Prime Minister Modi is right now is also of who will dominate these island nations and their economy, their security. And clearly China is one of the nations which is trying to aggressively encounter any major country or any major power's presence in that region. So clearly Prime Minister Modi's vision to reach out to these nations, to talk to them and have a personal connect is something that is going to